First of all, I'd like to introduce Ambassador Starcevic, Dr. Ivan Velimir Starcevic. Sorry about the pronunciation. Has been in this position, if I'm not mistaken, since 2012, 11 or 12? 12, okay. So he holds a PhD from the Faculty of Political Sciences of the University of Zagreb. And as I said before, he will speak about Greek and Croatian cooperation. Ambassador.
Well, since I could speak some Greek, but it's not really at the level which would enable me to do what I wanted to do. So that's why I prepared, I'll speak in English, and I actually wrote my speech so that I will save some of your time and probably better structure, hopefully better structure my thoughts. I hope you'll understand. So, dear young entrepreneurs and guests, and dear Greeks and Croats. Let me start by saying that of all the persons sitting in this room, I might possibly be the least qualified to talk about culture or entrepreneurship. So, I came here tonight more to listen to what you have to say on the topic than to tell you what you could or should do. In this sense, I just want to make a few introductory remarks, which are hopefully going to outline a kind of general framework for our later discussion. I would first like to say something about the Greek-Croatian cultural cooperation. It is not from yesterday. It started thousands of years ago, literally, and there has been a long history. Ancient Greeks have colonized some of Croatian islands and littoral, and there are many findings and toponyms testifying to that. And just last week, we actually had here in Athens a very interesting lecture on this topic delivered by a young scientist, archaeologist from the Croatian Institute of Archaeology. It has been recorded that ancient Greeks from the island Paros colonized our island Flat in the 5th century before Christ and gave it a name Pharos. Some time ago, 11 years ago actually, the homage to this has been paid by the Croatian side by organizing a kind of return trip. So a team led by archaeologists, scientists, archaeologists sailed by ship all the way from Hvar to Paros, and there are plans to organize in summer next year the scientific conference on Paros on this topic. One more thing, and suffice to say here that one of the 7 sites Croatia has inscribed on the UNESCO's list of the World Cultural Heritage is the island land parcelization on the same island Hvar, so-called Pharos Hora, which is after all this time still in excellent condition, serving to its primary purpose, that is the agricultural production. Cultural cooperation between our countries didn't, of course, stop in ancient times. It has continued all the way until today. It would take too much of our time here to mention all the forms but there are many. There are broad perspectives for the cultural cooperation we have to make use of. Allow me to mention just a few examples here. Some 20 years ago, the ancient Greek statue of Apoxyomenos has been discovered in the Croatian Sea, and I would like very much that this statue make its temporary home void, so to say, and is one day exhibited here. For what the world-famous Archaeological National Museum here in Athens expressed great interest and did have in. Another project I would like to see realized one day here in Athens is the exhibition of the Museum of Broken Relations. This museum from Zagreb is, to my mind, actually one of the most impressive examples of the cultural entrepreneurship. It is exhibiting various remains from the past love affairs donated by former lovers and has been awarded as the most innovative museum in Europe a few years ago. The interest has been expressed in Greece to have it here, and let's hope one day we could be able to organize it. I believe that the potential for culture is all around us and everywhere. It only takes our sensitivity, innovation, and creativity to recognize it and fully realize it. So the objective reality and people's imagination does mix up and form new, exciting experiences. It is here where I see the starting point for cultural entrepreneurship. Let me mention one example about which I learned during the so-called Creative Med conference, which was held here in Athens just last week. There is a community, Prato, close to Firenze in Italy, with the rich heritage of textile industry, which used to be very developed there in the industrial era. They have been thinking how to preserve this heritage and have developed a project to do it. They have collected thousands of various textile designs from that era, put them on display, and invited young people to draw their inspiration upon them and create their own models in the same tradition. Later, a show and a competition have been organized on that basis, and the most successful models found their way into production. This example shows that by entrepreneurial approach in the field of culture, we can successfully give new life to objects and ideas belonging to modernity by transforming them through postmodern tools, if I may use this terminology. I think that culture is definitely an important aspect of society, but also potential for economy. By combining culture with business, cultural entrepreneurship is a win-win product. That means that cultural services and products could at the same time give sustainability to cultural entrepreneurs, preserve cultural heritage, and have a social impact. Now, towards the end, what is the role of the embassy in all this picture? Not the most important one, but not the negligible either. That would be my short reply. The main role goes to you, young entrepreneurs, and ours is to support you. It seems that the era in which the state was the main organizer of cultural events has gone, and we have to look for new mechanisms. And as you yourself mentioned and announced, just a few days from today, there will be a big event devoted to entrepreneurship, startup scale-up, here in Athens. We envisage participation of thousands, if I'm not wrong, if I understood correctly, of people, and I don't doubt at all that the field of culture will be left out. So the state is not completely out, but its role is only a supportive one. Allow me to as well mention that there is an institution called Croatia House, promoting the Croatian cultural projects abroad, and we stand ready to assist you in getting its support if you come up with interesting projects. To conclude, the basic tool we have to promote cultural relations between the two countries is to rely on you, young people with great ideas, and support you in their implementation. With my team here at the Croatian Embassy, I stay at your disposal. Together we can do things. This is my first belief. To this end, I came here, as I said, to learn from you how we can do it. I wish you all luck in your discussion here tonight, and of course, many accomplished projects in the future. Thank you very much.